Before we start, fair warning, this may look simple, but it's one of those exercises that reveals everything. If your picking technique has any weak spots, this thing will find them. Today I'm going to show you what I consider the best picking exercise I've ever practiced. It's based on an idea by Troy Stetina, but I modified it over the years, adjusting the string crossings, the fingerings, and the way I use it in real practice. The exercise I'm about to show you trains multiple things at once: picking hand control, string crossing accuracy, and more. But the most important thing, you can't muscle through it. If your motion isn't clean and relaxed, the whole thing falls apart. So what we're aiming for is efficiency. How can I get the cleanest sound with the least amount of motion? That's the mindset you need while practicing this. Quick note before we start, when I say economy of motion, I don't mean economy picking. We are using alternate picking here, down up, all the way. What I'm talking about is physical efficiency, no wasted movement. Let's walk through the basic version of the exercise. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Why is this such a powerful exercise? Because it covers a lot of ground in just one line. We are not stuck with only 3 note per string or 2 note per string shapes. You are actually playing combinations of 2, 6, 5 and 3 notes per strings, all packed into 2 bars. You're also using all 4 fingers, so you're working on finger independence at the same time. And then there's a slide from D to C sharp, and that matters because in real playing it's not just picking patterns. Slides, legato, shifts, they are all mixed in. This exercise puts those elements together. It makes it way more useful than just a strict picking workout. Now here's the thing, you can practice it slowly and still get a ton out of it. Actually, that's the point. If it only works fast, it's not working. We want full control at every tempo. This is the picking pattern, down, up for the whole thing. Slowly. Remember, you can use your wrist, your forearm, your thumb, whatever works for you. Speed doesn't arrive with a big breakthrough. It shows up gradually after enough messy reps and quiet effort. One day the thing that felt impossible just works. You'll probably notice little things right away. Maybe your pick is digging too deep or your fraying fingers are jumping more than they need to. And that's good. This exercise is like a mirror. It shows exactly what's going on in your technique. Alright, now that you got the basic idea down, let's dig into some variation I use to keep it interesting and challenging. One of the first things you can do is move this line around the fretboard. Just transpose it and play it in different positions. Because how you play changes depending on where you are on the neck. The stretch feels different, the pressure changes slightly, and that can reveal small weaknesses in your technique. So even though it's the same line, each position gives you a slightly different challenge, and that makes it useful. The previous one was starting in F, now let's start it in C. Now in B flat. The things you avoid in practice end up being the exact thing that need your attention. The more resistant you feel, the more valuable the rep. In this variation, the finger changes a bit. I use 1, 2 and 4 mostly because I got small hands. But if 3 and 4 feels better for you, go for it. The pick stays exactly the same either way. As you're practicing, be honest with yourself. If the first version isn't clean, there's no point rushing into the harder ones. Speed means nothing if the motion isn't repeatable. The key is control. You want every note to feel deliberate. No flinching, no guessing. That's what makes this exercise so effective. It forces precision. And remember, going slow isn't a weakness, it's a strategy. The slower you go, the more honest your technique becomes. Alright, this time we're changing the fingering completely. Yeah, it might feel a bit awkward at first, but that's kind of the point. If you only play it one way, your hands get lazy. Switching it up forces you to stay flexible, and that's what really helps your technique long term. You can also transpose all these variations and create new exercises. Comfort can look like progress, but it's not the same thing. When everything feels smooth, your hands start adapting. Growth lives where it's uncomfortable. I like to practice this exercise for 3 or 4 minutes at a time with a timer, then pause and shake out the hands and go again. Short focus bursts help avoid tension and keep your attention sharp. Alright, last variation coming up. This one's probably the hardest one, but also the most satisfying once you get it right. Alright, this time we're changing the pattern a bit, adding a few notes and shifting positions. So take it slow at first, it's a little trickier, but once it clicks, it feels great under the fingers. Remember, this isn't just about one lick or one workout, it's a framework. You can take this and build your own sequences from it. That's how I ended up with my own version in the first place. And if you're struggling with any part of it, that's not a sign to stop. That's the good part. That's where the progress happens. The slow, deliberate reps that feel uncomfortable at first. Not that recession is great, but those off days still count. That's where consistency beats motivation. Let me know how this goes for you in the comments. And here's a great video if you want to keep improving your playing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.